tell us about Agency from Outshift by Cisco.
Yeah, I think before we even get into agency, the way this thing all came about was we were looking at a problem statement almost about 2 years ago, where we said agents are here. They're going to help us solve for all kinds of human work. And so, how can we build a platform where agents and humans can collaborate with each other and solve for a business outcome, a social outcome, a physical outcome, or a services outcome, or whatever? And so that platform was missing. And we strongly believed, I mean, if you think about Cisco, we were one of the few companies that were behind the original internet and the way it transformed. And it was open and interoperable. And that's why it's successful. And so, with this collaboration platform for agents and humans, we thought it should be like the original internet. And so, we came up with this thesis called the Internet of Agents. And the openness comes from open source these days. Standards, yes, but open source are the new standards. And so we said, what better way to influence standard specifications and how it's deployed and consumed than by taking Internet of Agents and making it open sourced? And that's what agency is.
Really cool. And before we started recording, you started to tell me about how you're excited for a future that will involve collaboration between teams of agents and humans. In fact, I guess you might not even think of it as teams of agents. It's just this multi agent future where agents are available and collaborating with each other or with us on all manner of tasks. Vijoy, tell us about your vision for the future that's coming.
Yes, I'm a strong believer that in the future, you'll have societies that are built of humans and agents. And these societies will help us solve for the biggest problems that face us. That is the understanding of the self, the understanding of the universe. So, personally and selfishly, I'm looking for better medication. I'm looking for better materials. I'm looking to figure out how did the universe form? Where are we headed? So that's where we are going towards. And us humans alone are not going to be sufficient in that journey. And so, to solve for those bigger problems, we need these societies and teams that are multi agent human societies. And these agents are not the narrow term that we use today, which is if you think about agents today, you think about agents in business software. I mean, how boring. You think about agents in services and agents that write code for you. I mean, that's great, but it's like how myopic and how boring. So you need to think about agents that are helping you discover materials and drugs and so on, scientific discovery. You think about agents, probably better than what Mark Zuckerberg talked about, but agents that help you socialize and interact with each other. Agents that will help you, of course, solve for business and consumer needs and services, but most importantly, agents that are also embedded in physical form, whether you call it physical AI or embodied AI, and they help us accelerate all human work, even in the physical domain. I mean, the first thing I want agents to do is do my dishes. I don't want my agents to paint a picture for me because that's what I enjoy doing. I want to play my guitars. I don't want to spend time doing dish loading or washing my clothes. So I think that entire spectrum of discovery of work, physical work, of business work, social interaction, all will be solved through and accelerated through these multi agent human societies. And that's where we all technologists need to aspire towards.